Good morning. I got out of bed just for this message. I thought this message was just for me, but I'm realizing it's actually to be shared. Right now, many of us are feeling this kind of standstill where things are really different, like really, really different. Like maybe our sense of attachment to things is less, vital. Our sense of our memory is changing. Our care for what other people think might be greatly reduced. Our sense of peace, inner calm is heightened. Our anxiety levels or our worry is like dissolved. Thank you for the hearts. Good morning. If you're feeling that, this message is for you. It's interesting. I've been hearing from a number of intuitives that I run with, so to speak, and many, maybe all, have had this experience. And I want to take it a step further and say, this feels like this moment in time is likened to that moment when a pendulum is swinging at its maximal point. There's a bit of a pause, arguably, before it changes direction, right? That moment is where we are right now. We're about to change direction. Our potential energy is very, very high for what's being created next, right? And what we are at with this point, it could be likened to a point of great potentialities. And I'm just gathering my thoughts because this is my first time speaking this. But the messages keep coming, and it's so clear today. I just had to wake up out of bed and send it. The potentialities now are great. And actually, on top of that, we are at a place where we are being invited, summoned, pulled, asked. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to think of it as asked. We are being given the opportunity, quite frankly, to choose the next path. And so with this time, and I'm told that it's only going to last a couple of weeks more, maybe like 10 days more. And it might be different for each person, I don't know. We are actually choosing our own adventure. We are actually creating our own adventure. So the directive at this time would be create or bring in the elements of the reality that you want. For example, if you want more, I was going to say money, but it's never really money, right? It's if you want more abundance or bounty or providence, find your words. Conjure that essence of what it feels like to have it already in place. And the time to do this, friends, is in the mornings. The time to do this is anytime you can, but the mornings are specifically rich, specifically fertile ground for laying the seeds that you will have sprouting and taking root, because they are. Now also is the time to be exceedingly selective about what goes into your system, not just physically, but also in terms of media. What are you watching on TV at night before bed? How much of it is feeding you worlds and visions of negative energies and intrusions on your safety? Malicious, scary villains. Really think this through before you watch these things, and bring in that pluripotential space that happens first thing in the morning, right when you wake up, probably because you have to pee. Hold it, lull yourself back into that very close to sleep space and bring in the essence of those things you want. I hope I'm making myself clear. Just this morning, the summoning was so strong, and when I did it, which, it's been happening days and days, it wasn't about material things in any way. It was all metaphorical visualizations, but it was about filling in the framework, the infrastructure, the scaffolding with, for me, it was inner peace. It was security around resources, and it wasn't money. It was more around generalized resourcefulness. So that, and it wasn't even about food. It wasn't specific in any way, but it was very, very, very rich. And I was very clearly shown that this is not paving the way, but creating the reality, creating the world, like SimCity, like creating it, but from the primordial seeds of creation. Don't even know what that means. It was very powerful, and this is a very special time. Other intuitives are talking about things probably related. Listen to those you trust, and take this to heart. There's richness here. It means something here at this time. It is there's great import here for this. That's what I'm being shown here. So that is the whole message. With love. With love.